Kennedy, another good win, starting to really gain some momentum.
Yeah, I think there were certainly good patches. I think to Canberra's credit, they kept coming at us, and they're a young group that plays with energy, and they play with a fair nobody attitude, which I think you really respect that, and I think that's great for any team that plays it because they really test you, and they tested us today in multiple ways. And I thought at times we made adjustments quickly. At times it took us probably a little longer than needed to make the adjustments required. But to the team's credit, they continue to find ways and work their way through the game. And we found certainly found different formulas throughout that game that worked at different times, whether that be KG had a great patch within that fourth quarter there. Willie had a great patch in the third. But again, I think this group does a great job of they're willing to find the hot hand and try and create offense for that player. And I think we do a good job of continuously going to that at times. And generally, when we're playing our best basketball, that's what we're doing. And I think when we're not so good offensively, it's generally when we go away from those things that work for us. So credit to the team in different times tonight, they did a good job.
Some probably momentum swings in that game. Do you credit Canberra for those momentum swings?
In terms of their momentum swings or ours?
Well, I think that we went on scoring droughts at times, and we scored heavily in patches. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, 93 points. Doesn't seem like much of a drought to me, but I certainly think it felt like at different times they ran the ball. Their biggest scoring run was 7 points, so I didn't really feel as if they made too many big runs. It certainly felt like at times where maybe we had scored for a couple of possessions and then make one or two shots. It certainly felt like a gap was starting to build, or they were starting to eat into a lead. That's basketball too, to some extent.
Yeah. And KG, as a team, the team's starting to really come together at the right end of the season. Seeming like we're getting lots of contributions from lots of different people.
I think that was always going to happen. With bringing in 2 new imports, chemistry takes time, and figuring out a system of concepts that's so dynamic, where we want to empower everyone on the floor. It just takes time to be able to figure it out. And we had a pretty disjointed start to our season, and also had a pretty tough schedule, as all teams had through different patches. Ours just came at the front end of the season. So I think what's really impressive about our group is their want to show up, get better, keep buying in, and keep believing in each other. And I think that's starting to pay off, which, it's tough when you have a 21 game season. It's not 81 games like the NBA where you have a bunch of time to figure it out. So, I really credit just the character of people I get to come to work with every day that have been able to, stick with it, weather the storm, trust in each other, and keep buying in. Doesn't always happen at this level, so I've been really impressed with our group.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.